Yes, we know that not all of you are fans of Apple, so before we bore you with a full Apple edition of the Pocketnow Daily, let's just make a separate video where we try to condense everything that we saw at Apple's March 21st event, and obviously our opinion on it. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, and let's try to condense it as much as we can. As with every Apple event, we start with updates. The company is turning 40 and they boasted about it. In addition, we also heard of the company's environmental efforts and how they're able to raise cattle along their solar panels. And we also heard about the iPhone 5C and FBI debacle and how the company continues to stand upon encryption. The first product update, if you could call it that way, was the Apple Watch. It continues to be the same watch, by the way. We were expecting an update, but no. All we got is this new lineup of woven nylon bands in addition to new color options for the sports watch model. And we also see this space black Milanese loop that looks gorgeous, but is probably going to be priced crazy, as with everything in the Apple Watch. We wanted to see watchOS 3 or something that would make the operating system less clunky. Sadly, we didn't. We were expecting another watch again. We did not get it either. The only thing that we got was a new price tag. It now starts at $299. Which still makes it expensive, sadly. The other update comes in the flavor of the Apple TV, which we assume is still Apple's hobby because it hasn't really proven to be popular. Apple boasted 5,000 applications for the platform. We haven't really seen much of that, but hey, there's new software, hardware remains the same. The new software now supports dictation in addition to the fact that you can now search for applications within the App Store using Siri. You also get the option to watch live photos within the whole Apple TV because you now get support for iCloud photo sharing, which is great. Again, the Apple TV is still a work in progress. I still don't think I would suggest people to buy it, but then again, hey, if you're in the market and you're in the Apple world, then yeah, it probably makes sense for you. And speaking of software updates, Apple is now making iOS 9.3 available to you within the rest of the day. And it's funny, there are some major improvements in this operating system, but Apple spent its time boasting on things we don't care about. Like, for example, Touch ID support in Notes, or the fact that the News application gets some updates. We now see that the Health application will suggest other apps that integrate because people actually forget that the Health dashboard is there. I know I do. In addition to other updates for CarPlay, even though there are still very few apps that actually support CarPlay. But hey, the hottest news with iOS 9.3 is the whole night shift improvement. Why? Because it's scientifically proven that the bluish tint of displays actually don't help you sleep. So the whole purpose of night shift is that the phone or tablet is able to detect whenever it's sunset and then will make the display warmer for the rest of the day in order to help you apparently acquire sleep. This is something that I will particularly want to test because I have horrible sleeping issues. I don't think that that's actually going to make a difference, but hey, I'd like to be proven wrong. And no, not everything in this event had to do with software. We got two very hot products today, and we start with the iPhone SE. And please chime in the comments, what do you think SE stands for? Some of us believe that it's special edition, others believe that it's small edition. And I incline to small edition because this is pretty much an iPhone 5S in looks, but with 6S internals. By looks, the only differences really are new color options. You now get rose gold, and you also get matte chamfers, which is great because we hated how the shiny chamfers looked after the buzz. But by 6S internals, this is a big deal. First of all, you get the A9 chip, you get the same 12-megapixel camera capable of 4K, you get pretty much everything like Hey Siri functionality, the M9 Motion coprocessor, you get Apple Pay. And it starts at $499, which is definitely steep for most people, but it does pose a very interesting debacle. Number one, the iPhone 5S is now retired, so the entry level is pretty much the iPhone SE. But then you have the iPhone 6, and this one starts at $549, whereas the iPhone SE starts at $499, and you're getting much better specifications. The only difference is you're getting a smaller display. So we would love to know in the comments down below if you'd have to choose which one would you pick. Because I don't think I could go for a smaller iPhone, in my opinion at least. But then again, we do know that this phone will be popular for a lot of people. Apple actually made it a big deal over how a third of iPhones last year were 4 inches in diagonal. So there is a reason for this phone's existence. Now, we're still debating considering Apple's new 9.7-inch iPad Pro the hottest product today, but Apple made the biggest deal out of it, and for a ton of reasons. Mainly because its tablet lineup is on decline and the company needs to do something major about it. Now, this is pretty much an iPad Air 2 chassis with iPad Pro specifications. And yes, the name iPad Pro remains, it's just called the 9.7-inch variant. And you get the same A9X chip, you get the 12-megapixel camera that's on the iPhone 6s, and there's even a protruding camera lens that looks horrible. Yeah, you even get the True Tone flash, and the front 5-megapixel camera even includes the selfie flash functionality. Yeah, it seems the tablet photos are here to stay. But yeah, this new tablet supports the Apple Pencil, and the only difference between the smaller iPad Pro and the larger one is the new True Tone display. What it does is that it has 4 ambient light sensors, and the whole idea is that they detect the light surrounding them. And if the iPad notices that there is warm light, then it will adapt to that warmer light. If it notices that it's cool, then it will give you cooler light. This is very interesting functionality. There's also less glare on this display, 40% less than on the iPad Air 2. But overall, this is just Apple's new way of rebranding its tablet lineup. It also allows the company to bring in a new price tag. The iPad Air 2 actually drops in price to $399. This one starts at $599. And yes, you get the crazy keyboard for $160 as well. I don't know if this is actually going to be the best deal for Apple, mainly because of this price point, but according to Apple, people are going to go crazy for it. We'd love to know in the comments down below, what do you think about this iPad Pro? Do you believe that this is what Apple needs? Because I believe that using the name Pro to start is not really good. It really doesn't cater to pro users. It's not a computer in a lot of senses. It's powerful, but it's not a computer. So yeah, there are pro people that could use the Apple Pencil. I still debate it, but hey, leave us a comment down below. I could be wrong. Prove me wrong in the comments, please. That's it for our impressions of Apple's event. Thank you very much for watching. We've got a ton of other content coming up very soon on the website, so make sure you follow us on social media and hit that subscribe button down below for more videos like this one. In addition, you can also catch these videos on Vessel, vessel.com/pocketnow. You can follow me on Twitter at Jaime_Rivera or on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you with more soon.